Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Dennett, a fighter with a heart of gold and the brain of turnip.
Grandma Dana used to say, you can make up for a blunt intellect with a sharp axe. She never used to say that to me, and I never really understood it.
Undra Vermis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
I put the passion. Shoulder.
Oh, it's my go now.
No, not yet. You get to just look into those long eyes, longing
Long
eyes.
More.
Take your time, let him draw her in. Imagine the child. Oh.
Is that something drow have, long eyes? Is that why you can't see in the sunlight very well, because your eyes are really long and get more of that
They're very
sunlight on
sensitive.
them?
They're all hanging out. We have to pop them away. I'm putting it in the title of your sex parchment list.
Also in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Into her long eye.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley with long eyes.
It's long. I'm done, guys. Long eyes.
And Shold Gunvardsson, a war cleric who lets his long eyes do most of the talking.
No, but as this trial comes to its conclusion, because alla goda ting är tre. All good things come in threes.
Well, you would know. It's
yes,
one and
like
two
one-
at the minute for you, isn't it? You would know what a three's like.
Yeah,
Three.
that's where good stuff happens. I'm getting there slowly.
Three's my lucky number.
Yep.
Pardon?
Putting your monocle in. You join our merry band. Oh, I've lost my bit of paper. You join our merry band as they have crossed the domain of bloodshed, a huge battlefield, taking up an alternate part of the realm of Rowan. Quick to comment on why the land is so peaceful, they now have come across the alternate kind of vision of war. Walking up the cobblestone path, the light breeze at your back, the silent honor walk of headless, defeated enemies, some familiar, some not. You come to the great doorway. 5 feet away, the door is opened. It opens inward. A golem-like statue stands there, not too dissimilar to what you previously fought, but lighter in colour, sandy, almost like a sandstone. Simple carved features, kind of a breastplate, eyes, but no mouth. Hands kind of holding together at the front with no weapons. It opens the door fully and gestures for the 5 of you to walk through.
Yeah, no mouth, so he don't wanna be like loose change.
No.
So we need to listen, not speak.
Ah. That's a good job you thought of that. I didn't think of that. I was just wondering how long his eyes were.
I didn't have 3 eyes.
Did he have 3 eyes?
Yeah, just 2 eyes.
Just 2.
Okay.
Just 2 long eyes.
Long eyes.
The facility, the temple that you find yourself walking into, the walls seem to be a good 6 feet thick. You're walking through an arched entranceway. A portcullis hangs above you. For those of you that are more familiar with embattlements or the kind of the inner workings of castles and forts, you can see those telltale signs of chutes where enemies would be covered with burning oil or some such liquids. Making your way into this opening expanse of courtyard. A large domed temple stands to your immediate right, quite large in size. A taller tower at the back end of the complex with a large kind of shed-like building, kind of four-sided, very simple in its design, functional, but again, a good size. Numerous other smaller buildings, huts, homes, circular shapes that take up the various kind of space in this kind of large courtyard. Stairs, or sorry, the lack of stairs is apparent. Slopes and gentle kind of gradients up to all the doorways. To your immediate left, a large training ground. There are what look like well-kept targets for ranged practice. There are well-maintained dummies of sorts, and some stationary stone-esque golems, exceptionally similar, or exceedingly similar to what you fought on the Champion's Path. The stone or sand-coloured, or I'll call him sand golem, leads you up into the centre of the courtyard and then stands stationary. And as you follow him quietly, and you get to within a few feet of him, he just holds his hand up just to stop you. No words are spoken.
Because he hasn't got a mouth.
You
No,
are.
he hasn't.
I will stop and just stand there with my hammer at the ready.
Have we still got like Mecca with us, that lizard warrior? Yeah. Okay.
Kind of turns. Before you ask, Duncan, I have known nothing of this place.
Oh, okay. How did you know I was going to ask that?
'Cause I am clever.
Oh.
I saw you thinking.
I knew I was going to ask it as well. Does that mean I'm clever?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So what happens next, Mecca?
I don't know, Duncan. And so that a doorway opens to the tower off in the distance. A creature emerges. For the best way to describe it, slithering and slightly down, undulating down the slope that leads to the
It's a
level.
slope, snow covered, so I can like just.
No, it's all kind of like
It's
hard
sand?
packed sand and gravel. The creature that slowly makes its way to you, this kind of movement of a snake, it stands about 6 foot tall. A good 6 to 8 feet of torso then lies along the body, coming up to a tail at the end. Brown and mottled green in colour, a humanoid face and very humanoid features, a kind of a smirk, or kind of a lazy smile.
So is it like a humanoid body, like face and head and that, but with a snake's body? Have I got that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been always told not to trust snakes
no.
I'll show you the picture.
Oh,
because they slither on the ground.
yeah.
In silence, you wait as it makes its way across the courtyard.
What? Because like, who was the person we were supposed to see? It was a lady, wasn't it, or something? I
That's
remember.
what you're looking at. The green one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Makes its way up to you, and then stops.
Oh, we were supposed to see
It turns its head to the sand golem and nods, and the golem makes its way up and out of eyesight.
Does it speak?
It does.
Sini.
Yeah. So,
See?
Sane or
Sini? I wrote it my
S.
way.
Saying?
yeah, SAINE is what I wrote.
Sayyn.
Oh, well, you got the Elvish spelling.
Oh, yes, hi, what's your name?
Welcome. My name, Cien.
There you go.
Yeah.
Saying.
10 out of 10 for remembering and making good notes that you
Yeah.
can read, Tish.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I even got it, so it's Cian Great something.
I hope your journey across
Say, oi.
the domain of battle was not too tortuous.
Oh, it was very fun. Thank you very much.
Our experience have taught us well, so that's why we'll
Good.
get through all the challenges.
Some say it is an unnerving journey.
Was a bit weird. Yep.
Yeah, I saw Grandma Dana. I've not seen her for ages. It like made me a little bit homesick.
I'm sure she misses you too, Duncan.
I'm sure she does it in her own special way.
Like I said, welcome to the Temple of Conflict. I'm been awaiting your arrival, and I'm happy to have you join us. Let us not beat around things. I must insist that the first order is that you all take a bath, because frankly the stench of death hangs on all of you. So
I
maybe
like it.
Sorry about it.
when I'm ready to entertain, we will meet each other in the library. But I will have someone take you to the baths where you can enjoy some recuperation. I would like to have you fully refreshed by tomorrow morning. But, like I said, your smell offends my nostrils a little, so I will speak to you again soon.
Well,
And as
this isn't the worst I've ever smelt, I can tell you that.
No, it's really not.
without actually kind of waiting for your reply, Sin turns and moves away, this kind of elegant gliding of the body, just kind of rolling and leaving just a small
Can I
kind
just ask you something?
She kind of pauses. Yes?
Do you smell with your tongue?
Sometimes. When I want to get to the very root of the taste. But
Because
I
someone
dare
once
not.
told me that. They said, like, snakes smell with their tongue. I thought they were just, like, trying to pull one over on me because I'm a bit stupid sometimes. So I
Well,
wasn't
this
sure if
is
that was
where
true.
you are true. You are led right. But I am not a snake,
Oh,
dwarf.
what are you?
Right now, I am a friend. And she turns and slides off.
So may I use my insight to see if she seems to be on the level?
You can, certainly roll an insight check.
Duncan,
So
a
that's a
library
21.
is where
Yep.
there is a
Um,
room with lots of
she-
books in it.
Seems
Oh.
to have
Yeah.
What's the point of
been
that?
very guarded.
Some people go in there.
But hasn't been. You get the impression that she is.
So what's
There's
the
a lot
time
more
on
to
it?
her
No, some
than
books have
you've gleaned from maybe a minute or two of conversation. But yeah, you are interested to speak to her further.
Yep.
With that, the sand golem returns and kind of gestures you over to one of the small circular houses, in which you find a large circular pool of warm, kind of steaming water. It's just a single bath with some little outrooms, but you have to yourself maybe an hour or so just to discuss things and catch up. But as you do what you do, yeah, I mean,
Manu!
there looks like there are robes of sorts for
Oh,
you
oh,
and
yeah,
so
cool.
on, but
We don't have to share the same bathwater.
absolutely you do.
Oh, I bags first.
Well, I'll go in last because I don't really mind.
Is it
Well,
like big enough
it's
we all
like,
fit in?
think like Marine Parade size pool, it's huge. You can all get in and
Still.
shout to each other from opposite ends if you wish.
I think I would like the after I Manu in there.
Yes, is it big enough for a bomb?
Well,
Yeah. Roll a
well, I am little.
roll a dexterity check, please.
Cool.
Well,
I tell you what.
Let's all see who can do the best
Oh,
one.
Yes.
bum off!
Oh my god.
Is it acrobatics?
Acrobatics, that's awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Acrobatics. 12.
And I want so one at a time.
Oh,
12.
Okay.
12.
And my 8.
I want you to describe your menu to me right now.
8. Hold on, I've got more than 12. I've got 8 on top of that, which makes a lot.
So that's a
20, a
20.
natural. Oh, I remembered the right
dirty,
words.
a dirty 20.
I like to run real fast. Is it slightly raised, the lip of the bath
There is a little
area?
lip. Yep, absolutely.
So that I can get height. And I leap up and then I curl into...
I'm assuming you've taken like armor off and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
as I'm running, it's just running, throwing, up onto the lip, straight up into the ear. I grasp my knees
It's
and
going to hold you there, right? So you're running and taking your armor off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, let's roll for that. Can you make a dexterity check, please?
that's that one and that
Let's
one,
just see Tish get all excited.
and it's an 8 all up.
Yeah,
3 and
you
a
kind of
5.
like, what's it? Oh, no. you kind of almost fall over, trip.
Oh,
This is not going to do your man any good. You take a step back, take your clothes off, crack your knuckles. Let's have that manner again.
okay.
It's dirty 20. Explain.
All right. So now have I had to take everything off? Now can I run really
Oh, yeah.
quickly? And I leap. I run up on the step, I push up and leap into the air, and then I grasp my knees and I come down and kapoosh. Whoop-cha.
Kaboom!
Yeah.
And it's like a silent.
It wasn't bad.
It's good.
Thanks, guys.
Shoulder.
I'm gonna spin out of the
I
way.
will get my kid off, then I'll do some squats to limber up.
Oh, you're limbering us all up.
Could you just roll a perception check, please?
Alright.
Crikey.
So that is a 21. No, not 11, sorry.
Yeah, 21. You just roll a stealth check for me, Undo, please.
Oh, 11.
They both got 11. Nah, he doesn't see you purring.
And then I'll run fast up as I step off the pool. I'm gonna spin, so I'm gonna do like a backflip as I'm like posing like starfish, and then I'm gonna retract all of my limbs so I don't hurt myself when I dive into the pool.
Can you
what-
just give us a bit more detail on how your hair looks when you do that?
Oh, my
yes.
my
Is it
hair
doing-
like flowing in the wind like majestically from like the speed of my flight, and then I leap up. Yeah.
What did you roll?
I rolled a fully natural 20,
You crit.
Ooh.
so for a total of 21.
Yes.
So, like, when we're in a bomb competition, you roll a sodding 20. We're in the middle of the battle, ones and twos, all the sodding way.
Yep.
Literally, it's like graceful. You jump up, your hair just trails gracefully behind you, and kind of unleashed from its tether and bonds. And then you bring your knees in, and it's just a silent gloop, bloop. Water hits the ceiling.
And
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as your ass hits the stone floor of the bath.
that's fine,
gone
but
sullen.
when I reach the surface, I do like the hair flick that you've seen on like swimsuit edition.
Like Kiva
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yes, yeah. And like there's almost like a rainbow.
Yeah, and as you do, your hair flicks Tish in the face. It's
I
like,
turn to Under and go, because he's worth it.
who's up next?
I also got a natural 20 for a total of 23. I strip completely naked because I'm most comfortable in my body. I'm quite okay. And with a gymnast run up to the pool, I then dive. I jump up into the V formation and then fall sideways in the V into the pool for a dramatic entry, and then came up for an elegant finish
Oh, that's
and
a
up.
8.5 degree
I can't
difficulty.
really- No, I'm good with that. That's
Yeah.
pretty much bang on. So,
That's beautiful.
That was good.
That's my friend.
whereabouts do you come up in respect to everyone
Oh
else?
my lord.
As I come up, I meet Schultz's eyes right in front of me after the hair flick, and he's looking all smooth and spunky.
What do you,
And I go,
how do you respond to?
Snap brow.
Just want to know how you respond to.
I'll do like the casual like head flick. Like,
Oh,
a
cheer.
little, yeah. Sure.
That was a
Yeah,
lovely
yeah,
jump shot.
yeah.
It was very nice.
Cheer, Auntie.
Right, here we go. You haven't seen nothing yet. Oh, that wasn't very good.
Oh man.
So that was a 13, but what I'm going to do is, it's called the Dana Axe Slap. And I'm basically going to strip naked, but I'm going to have my axes in both hands, and I'm going to run and jump and hold my axes out and just splat straight onto the water.
Oh my lord.
The dwarf.
Yeah, that's the one. That's it, yeah. Spot
Everyone's
on.
like,
That's my friend. You can set his ass on fire.
but anyway. some good bombs. I'm gonna give that to Undra, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
I mean, and as you come up, cresting the water, hello, Shord. This is the blushing of the pink as you stand mere centimeters from him and make your way away. But is there anything you want to discuss while you're in the bath, other than?
Oh, did the lizard do a good one?
Oh, I did actually.
We've
Okay.
got about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and sort him out.
He just runs across it. He's one of them
Yeah.
lizards.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But we don't want him in the pool because when you put lizards in like warm pools, stuff starts to fall out of them.
Does it?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
Like money.
Cheese.
Surely though.
A nice piece of
Surely
cake.
though, if this is the
As he runs up, the kind of
Period
weird.
furniture.
Bigger
I'm not
in
sure
size
if
than
he's
all of
got
you.
a cloaca or not. This one.
Oh, yes.
Bigger in
Yeah.
size than all of you. He's like pat, 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 and he just kind of runs in and does a tries to attempt a backwards somersault, and he tucks his knees in and goes up, but his body's just a bit too big, and he hasn't got enough speed, and
Yeah, and
he
it's
kind
got
of
a tail.
he comes down on his back, and it's like a bit of a bloop, but more of a kind of a slap, and kind of comes up laughing. I guess it's nice to be in water where things don't know what to eat you.
Yeah.
Oh, you seen under.
I think Master Dwarf, she only wants to eat Shold.
Oh, that's probably true, yeah.
Mecca, would you mind banging up your cloaca?
Banging
I
up
couldn't
my
get it out.
water.
Go on, Andrew, what are you trying to say? You seem to be laughing too much.
I didn't
Spit
know
it out,
kombucha was
love.
supposed to come out, you know.
mind?
So-
Would you mind banging up your cloaca? So things fall out of you into the water.
She's like, I don't know what you have been hearing, but that is not true.
Oh, did you set me up here?
Oh, well, I heard they don't have like normal holes. They just have one big one.
Oh,
And long eyes.
can't put my head under the water and look.
Make a perception check with disadvantage. Because it's a bit blurry.
Oh, 12.
This is a bit blurry down there. You see the darker legs of Undra, and you see Shoals here. He kind of pins, and
No,
there's this
I'm
big
not-
green thing over there. It's just not going to go there.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's true or not. I think he's all right under.
We leave that to our imagination.
Yes.
As long as you don't get flooded or anything, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I think this might be the last of the tests.
What, having a bath?
Yeah.
It's quite difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I did really well on this one.
Yeah, no, I think you did. You were,
Yeah.
if it weren't for Andrew, you would have won that. I'll give that to you. So,
was very elegant.
do we need to talk about what's going on, really? What's going to happen next?
This all seems a little bit nice. I feel like we're
Yeah.
about to die.
Yeah, I sort of get that feeling. Because it was called the Temple of Conflict. It wasn't called the Temple of having
Yes.
quite a nice bath, was it?
Oh, you're right there. And then you saw stupid Kent on the stick. Did anybody else recognise anybody else?
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't think I recognised anyone apart from...
Just
Kent.
you, mate. It's all on you.
She did say that we stank, which I thought was a bit rude for a temple, but
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we're like. Yeah.
But she said she wanted us all like ready, didn't she?
she did. They used to do that though, you know, before they took your head off. They say, make sure you're polished up, we're putting on a show.
Well, at least, we'll get a bit of a rest and everything should be quite well restored then, and we can, rub
Yeah.
our stones when we wake up in the morning.
Oh,
I
that's
think,
true.
I think yes, seeing as if this is our last day, we may as well enjoy the bath.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mecca, do you remember anything from the tales that you've heard or the books or anything about this place?
No. I am, I believe, the first of my people to come here. Normally, once you have passed the challenge of the ravine and the champion's path, you return and lead the village. I believe to come here is only a trip for the chosen of Rowan.
Oh, so you're quite special then.
Yes. Being with you four has clearly rubbed off on me.
Yeah. Well, you're
Not in
gonna be the
bath,
chief.
that'd make a right mess.
Yeah. You're
Some
gonna be the
people look
chieftain
at
in
me.
the village when you come back. So.
Yes. And I will tell them tales of how the warrior Shold helped guide me to my freedom
Oh, yes.
and
Yes,
my leadership,
and also
and
like
how,
just-
how he has a strange hole which things fall out of, because apparently that is the way of warriors.
Are we going to start this one all over again?
Oh, this is the best episode ever. This one. Oh, I'm loving it.
It's great.
We could just start a whole new gaming system. It could call B&D Baths and Dragons. So you just spend your whole episode having different
I think you
baths.
should call it B&D.
What about B&M?
Oh, it's all
Or
pretty
B&B,
bad.
baths and bombs.
Yeah.
But I think there might be something with this Temple of Conflict. So maybe she's gonna try and like some sort of conflict between us.
Oh,
Because we really haven't had any conflict yet.
no,
No,
we all get
nothing
on
at
quite
all.
well.
No, I've always been really
Yes,
helpful. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
We must be on guard. Yes.
Yes.
You are wise, Shold.
Have we passed the ridge line
Oh, he
already?
is wise, yeah.
Yes.
That's what he's good at, being
He's
wise.
very good
Yeah.
at being wise, isn't
And he's got a
he?
shiny hammer.
He's very good. He's got a lovely shiny hair. I mean, look at the hair. Oh, he's
He's shit
so
at fighting,
good.
mind, but he's very wise.
Yeah.
But I do like how you are all inclusive. I really admire that about you. Is that enough yet, Nathan?
It's like, who's now? Oh, yeah. Time passes. You kind of start to relax, and you feel the warmth of the bath, the water of the pool seem to just ease your aches out.
I was going to say, it does, like, if I look at some of my wounds, they, like, magically heal in this water.
Some of them are starting to clear up. Bruises are disappearing. You wash clean, and you definitely feel invigorated. The aches and your pains and the heaviness of your limbs has gone, and you're slowly beginning to feel not just like yourselves, but like you're actually feeling in a pretty mint condition.
Yeah. That's really good because I bruised my butt a bit in the pool.
Yeah.
Would you like a massage?
As at this point, one of the sand golems
It's like oversharing a little bit there, Scott.
walks into the bath and stands there, and kind of raises an arm, gesturing toward the door. You kind of very clearly get the impression that your time here is done, and you're required elsewhere.
Okay. Was there any soap?
Yeah, there's plenty of soap and bubbles, isn't it? Yeah.
I want to take a bar of salt when I go.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the robe in my backpack.
Yeah.
You know what you do when you go to
you pocket a bar of soap, and as you get up, you realise that all of your clothes and you have been somehow folded without really you paying any attention. They're clean. Your armour is being polished and clean, and it's in actually very good condition, almost looking brand new.
I quite like this here.
Yeah, you don your armour and turn to follow your guide.
So this is some kind of witchcraft.
Trust no one.
Well, pretty much everything's some kind of witchcraft, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
He leads you across the courtyard from where you are. You go to the tall tower. You can see an upper level where there is some sort of bridge leading to another high level building. He walks up the slope and stops at the door, knocking on the door and then opening it. You enter into a circular chamber, and it's quite large. You're kind of talking 45 feet round in diameter, and it's just a tower with stairs and balconies rising all the way up. You think at least 30, 40 feet until you get to a roof, which is a straight roof, not the kind of the tower that you see from the outside, suggesting a second floor. There are just shelves and shelves of books on every 10-foot level, and just this kind of, not stair, but this kind of slope meandering up around. Number of tables in the centre of the room, and at one of those, Sain is just kind of sat there, a kind of spectacle, strange looking kind of spectacles, on reading a tome of some sort, and as you enter, she's not wearing spectacles. That's she kind of reading. It just sounded cool, and then I went, no, that's not cool. Retraction. She kind of looks up at you. This is much better. I can face you and not feel the urge to vomit. Thank you.
That's not the first time we've heard that.
And I mean it, don't get me wrong, I mean it in purely the, as you suggested, Dorf, I have a very heightened sense of smell and taste.
Oh yes, you're licking stuff. Yeah.
I tend not to lick stuff. I taste the air.
Yeah. Anyway, like I'm gonna walk up to one of the bookshelves and just take out a book on like just randomly. And, like,
Right, roll a, roll a, what are you looking for? A random book.
yeah, random book. I
Okay.
just wanna
You don't
pick
have
out
to roll.
and say what kind of language it is and stuff. Just so I can try and gauge what.
You pull out a book, and it's called The Alliance of Amber.
Sounds like a body stripper, that one. Yeah.
Oh, please.
If you were wondering,
Well,
Sjord Gunvardsen,
yes.
that details the history of the Amber Alliance, a truce between men and elves, centuries past. It's the groundwork for the world of solitude as you know it today.
Oh. Yeah, but I hardly met any elves really. Like there's stuff.
They are around.
Which is a good thing, isn't it, really?
Now-
Apart from you. I'm going to pull out a book as well and look at it, but it's upside down and I don't realise.
You pull out a book called Terger on the Mighty Anger.
Not to me, I don't. It's just
No,
like...
there's Do you open it at all?
Yeah, I open it
So
upside
you
down.
actually open it upside down, and there's a picture of this this kind of giant red dragon, arms outstretched, flying down toward the floor.
Oh, this one's got pictures in it. I quite like it.
For everyone else, it's actually flying up, but it's upside
yeah.
down in case you missed it.
All right, I'll put it back.
Sign turns. So, I'm sure maybe you have questions. Feel free to answer these now. Ask these now. I have hope that you are feeling refreshed and stronger from your bath and your kind of relaxation. And
So-
I have food prepared
Yes.
for later on.
I've got a question.
I'm sure.
So, what is the final test?
The final test you will find out tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at sunrise, we will meet in the temple, and there you will prove yourself.
Is that the big gaudy building over there? That's
Temple looking
Yeah.
building. Yeah.
Yes,
I have a question. If
you
a
would.
helium balloon is released from Auckland and a train departs the station at the same time, will they arrive in Wellington at the same time?
It depends if they go via Palmerston North or the Napier Taupo Road. I believe that maybe one answer was correct last week, but maybe things have changed, and to drive the Napier to Taupo Road is a touch slower than normal. Better for saving petrol though. You go slow, although that is got expensive as well. So really, I think you should just stay where you are.
this seems like witchcraft they're talking about.
Is there more doors or wheels? I've always wondered.
The question is, are there more leaves than twigs?
You're good with leaves.
Oh, let me think about that.
3.
Oh, yeah.
So all the books here, are there any books about my people?
There are books on the tribes of the north and the geography. You would probably find hard pressed to find a library of this caliber, but a lot of what you find will be geared towards the land and the war and people and races and how they work with each other.
I've got a serious question. How long have you been here?
That's what I was going to ask. You're so cool,
Great
buddy.
minds, eh?
Great minds. Yeah.
I have been the representative of, and head turns to look at you, Shold, of our deity for many a year now.
Oh, Mini.
I'm the custodian of this temple. To answer your question properly, Duncan the dwarf, I saw the time when the tempest came and went, and I was privy to the runic splitting, which happened eons past. So.
You're not
A
looking
long
bad for
time.
it.
Well, thank you.
Do we get to meet Rowan?
That all depends on how well you do tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But Rowan is he's a fair god, and I'm sure he will make himself known to you if he feels it required. But
As you've read most of the books in here, I'm assuming. So, is there any books regarding the fabled hammer of Rowan?
no.
Okay.
I get from that question that this is the boon that you seek.
I just wanted to keep it out of the hands of people unworthy. And
It's a
so,
fair judgment.
Even the kitten's laughing at you there, Sean.
so I'm just, because I'm not sure if there's an actual hammer or if it's just something to draw in worshippers.
Oh, there is an actual warhammer with the power to sunder the world if required. But that is normally always in the possession of Rowan.
Not that we're likely to fail. What happens if you fail the big test tomorrow? Do you get a reset?
Let me not spoil the surprise.
Super.
But talking of your challenge and test, I like to have a fair encounter.
Yeah, like
So-
I'm better at oral tests than written ones.
Yes.
That true, Andra.
I can confirm.
I believe that some of you may wish to spend a little more time in the library. There is an opportunity to search for things that may assist you and to glean a little extra knowledge if you wish. For those of you that are more prolific with steel or bow, may I suggest a little time out in the courtyard with a little direction. You can hone your expertise with your weapons just for a wee while. Every little helps, I like to think. And I wish to make sure you have every advantage possible.
Oh, that sounds good. You two clever people could look in the library. Me and Tish can go and hit things.
Okay.
That sounds cool. I'm good at hitting things.
And kind of looks over. Please take them to the training ground. I will be there soon. And the stone golem kind of opens the door with a sand golem and gestures you to follow. She goes, he will lead the way. I will be there soon. You have your weapons. And she kind of pays attention back to you. I will give you some time to search the shelves. I will not assist you in this.
I'm good. I was thinking, is there any?
Do not be ignorant of a gift, Shold. I give you this time. Search. If you find nothing, then that is how it is to be. But who knows?
As Duncan's leaving, could he just say, "Do you follow the Dewey Decimal System?" I just
I'm more of a lover of the Pythagoras theorem.
Is there a catalogue?
No, you're thinking of Tupperware, I think.
What is this Tupperware you speak of?
Stemmer. Anyway, search, read, draw in the knowledge. It may assist you. But if you should wish for something a little lighter, then I have many a parchment of the histories of how do you call it? Kama Sutra. The parchments are just up there.
We already sketched
Oh,
those.
yes, yes. Do you have doing the final test for dummies? Here's a very popular volume.
I just
No, but
want-
maybe after tomorrow I will write Shod's life story and rename that with that title.
Yes.
But enough. Search. Do not search. And she follows. Can I just get you both, while you're in this, and she has left, without kind of waiting, can you roll, both of you, let's roll, first of all, an investigation check. Investigation or perception, it's up to you.
I want a perception because it's a false difference.
Investigation.
16.
22.
Okay, cool. Your eyes are drawn to various books, and you kind of look for a couple of tomes. Kind of you look for things based around Rowan, and looking to glean maybe some insight to some of the spells that you know you can cast that are focused around your religious background and your deity. Undra, you kind of hunt more for spells that you feel that you could learn in a short period of time to give you a little bit of an added grasp in the battle to come. Can I get both of you now to roll an Arcana check?
Oh, yeah. Please.
17.
13.
Cool. You start. You have books out in front of you, and suddenly you kind of get entranced into your kind of study and your kind of reading. Interestingly, you're kind of coming up with spells. Some you know how to cast at a higher level, but in a short period of time, you feel that you kind of skip through things that you know are just not going to be of any use to you. You are coming across spells and the ability to cast. Yes, forms of divination and request the assistance of your god at short periods of time, at short notice, and how this is effective and how sometimes it can fail, but you keep searching through.
Because the thing I was wanting to ask her off if there was a place with like unobstructed view of the sky to like up in the tower or something, so I can sit there and like pray.
You have a look around. Not in this point, and you quickly kind of run up a couple of levels of the tower, and there is a door up there, but it is locked.
Okay.
Which is strange because there's no locking mechanism or door handle on there. Can I just get you both to roll one more Arcana check, please?
And that is a net 20.
Ooh.
18.
My Arcana is +0.
Okay. You, Undra, read through and find, and kind of as your eyes are getting tired and you're just kind of getting frustrated, you come across a paragraph in a small leather-bound tome that you read, and it just kind of talks about the use of focus and the ability to heighten your spellcasting ability for shorter periods of time. It kind of reads through some wording and so on. And with basically you were looking for 3 rolls and looking to get over 50. You gain for the next 24 hours a +1 to your spell saving DC and your spell attack bonus. Okay?
Okay.
Shoal, you read through and just kind of all the information you're taking on about Rowan, you are coming to kind of believe that you've made the right choice, you're following the right path. And just kind of with this kind of sense of enlightenment and peace, you close the book. and you two have +1 to your spell save DC level and your spell attack modifier for the next 24 hours. As saying comes out to you both.
Just as we're leaving the tower, I just say to Tish, Kama Sutra, that's a rubbish title for a sex parchment. That'll never catch on, will it?
Sounds a bit weird.
Comes out as you're kind of limbering up and stretching. And
It's
turns
no,
and says,
here, Tish, grab my helmet. I mean,
Oh.
it's just...
Such good times.
won't say that.
My long eyes
We've got to
are
finish this
getting very
episode. I was
tired.
going to say, what about that time you were pulling shoulders softly across the battlefield?
I know. They're being tugged
dear.
gently.
She comes to you and kind of moves gracefully onto the area where you're kind of you're practicing your bow technique and your crossbow technique with some guidance. She kind of gives you some counters. You kind of get an impression of a wealth of knowledge, even though there's no real way that she can hold a crossbow or fire a crossbow. Just the tips that she's giving you, looking at eyesight, gauging the wind and the breeze. Can I just get you to roll a dexterity check, please? So just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. So that's that one there.
That one there.
So roll +3 to that.
I just
12.
I just realized she hasn't. She has got no arms. That's way freaky. I didn't even think of that.
She uses her tongue for a lot.
the
Kind of
tail.
a little bit of
Yeah, the
frustration.
tail.
The arrows are not hitting the center point. She just kind of reiterates those techniques and tells you to slow your breathing and kind of choose a different way, kind of relaxing your shoulders. Roll another dexterity check.
11. It's not much better.
And then with the final piece of advice, one more.
14. That's a bit better. It's a lot better. 14. Patience, eh?
You find yourself struggling. You get the idea of what she's trying to tell you, but some frustrations and so on. You kind of come in and you just kind of feel that good tricks, you'll build on them in the future. Making her way and leaving Tish to her devices, Duncan, she comes over to you, and as she does, she kind of hisses and whispers something under her breath. And this kind of phantasmal, ghost-like warrior appears next to you, very much like yourself, wielding two kind of axes. And she turns round to you and stands back and says, "The being will mirror your works and learn from you. Fight it well. Learn from it. Begin."
Okay, I'll hit it with my axes.
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
17.
As you start to learn, and it's kind of bringing up swords or axes to block your attack, but you're kind of deftly changing and learning to kind of read the tells of the warrior in front of you. Roll another one, please.
21.
And on this occasion, you start to learn to judge the kind of the movements of the lower body, kind of not focusing your eyes on one particular point, but just seeing the whole. The shift of a shoulder suggesting that an axe is going to come at this height, or the movement of a foot and body weight shifting to kind of show you at which point the swing's going to come and how hard. Roll one more, please.
Right, and on this third bit, I'm just going to try and perfect the day nut shimmy. Oh,
Oh, buddy.
that was a 1, so that's 4.
I think you've really nailed it there.
Yeah, I think I'm a
Getting
bit
a
ahead of
little-
myself there.
Getting a little overconfident, you start to kind of push the advantage and lose that kind of focus and concentration. At that point, the warrior starts to push back, and you realise that you've stopped concentrating, you've stopped reading those tell signs, and suddenly it's hitting you and clipping you, not hurting, but more often than you are it. So you kind of refocus and kind of tell yourself, But with the first 2 rolls good, you reached your threshold. So for the next 24 hours, you get to add 1 to all of your to hit and damage rolls.
Oh, that's good. I got a bit overconfident there, but it was all right.
Sorry, Tish, you missed out by a wee bit.
It's alright, I've got, there'll be a ridge line.
You take a step back and saying kind of, good, you have listened, both of you. It is good to see improvement in such a short period of time. I'm sure Shold will benefit greatly from your prowess with your weapons. Now, it is drawing late, we need to eat. And she kind of makes her way back to the library, collects you two, as you're kind of at that point of putting things down. So Tish is like cardigan hanging out the mouth. Come, we have prepared food for you. And then slithers off. And you enter the larger hall where as you enter, there's a long table running down the center. It's kind of about 20 feet long, broken into 2 sections. The stones or the sand golems lining stationary either side of the wall. These are on plinths and more kind of carvings in natural stone. And as she sees you looking at them, these do not panic, and these are merely decorative. But please, feast, and as you look, there's this amazing looking feast and food in front of you. And she wills you to eat. I will leave you to enjoy such food and wine as you are, but I need to return to the library for some last minute understandings. If you wish to seek me out, please do.
I actually have 2 questions for you before you go, if that's all right.
Of course.
Firstly, what sort of creature are you?
I am what you would call a naga. I am a creature of intelligence. I am a guardian of all things knowledge, and in this instance, of this temple.
Oh, a naga.
That is correct, Wolf.
Oh, that's good. I like to learn things. Second question, is there any beer?
I believe you will find it on the end of the table.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, one thing, at one point in the library, and only because I forgot to mention it earlier, I'm sorry, when you were kind of pulling out books, you did notice that Sane kind of made her way over to this table. This table would have been about 6 foot by 6 foot square. And it was very much like a raised child's sandbox, effectively. Not too deep, but as she moved her way over to it, the sands there started to just roll and undulate. And it caught all of your attention. And I completely forgot. Just read your notes when you're DMing people. At various times, you saw the sand shift and rise to form peaks and mountains, some hills, and sometimes even kind of bearing down to show confrontations of sorts, lines of battles being drawn. And when asked, Cian would have mentioned it is a tool that Rowan has gifted, an ability to watch and learn of the kind of the growing ways that people fight and tactics in battle, and they watch and they learn from the people and the races as they fight each other. But as she leaves you to your
Thought it was
feast,
just a little try.
Yeah.
leads you to your feast, and you indulge and you feel hearty at the end. You drink, but don't feel too much the effect of alcohol.
Oh, I was going to say I'm on best behaviour. I'm not getting really drunk.
You all are led and make your way to a very kind of restful dorm with comfortable beds, one for each of you, where a great night's rest is had. You all benefit from a long rest, receiving all your spell slots back, and as the light is starting to break, a knock at the door, waking you all, a guide to lead you to the temple.
I will not have partaken in any alcohol the
I'm
night
sure.
before because
Not since the
The
bridge.
the boon of the previous day's work, as you feel in the three of you. The stone guardian or the sand guardian leading you across the compound. The doors of the dome temple open as you make your way up the slide, or they make your way up the slope, and you make your way in. You're in a large but almost completely bare square room, or a kind of hexagonal room. You make your way into the empty room. Tapestries line the walls, each one showing a number of different battle scenes. Now familiar faces of warriors, an orc, a dwarf, a human wielding a long sword. Familiar faces in the statues at the entrance to this world and this realm, previous warriors of Rowan. Along one particular wall on daises, there are a number of statues, each about 6 foot. The one in the centre, very familiar, a warrior wielding an upturned or a kind of a war hammer resting on the ground. This is Rowan, the god of war and battle, whose realm you're in. Either side of him, 2 females. One you believe to be Ella, dressed as a mother. One with kind of twigs and kind of branches surrounding her, Ibris, the god of nature. Idon, the god of knowledge, and Van, the god of death, standing the other side of Rowan. In the centre of the room, Cian looks at you.
Can I just remind everybody to rub their stones before we get too far into the day? Thank you.
Roll a d20, just you, as you've reminded them. Yep.
Oh, well remembered, Tish.
Yeah, will you take what?
Oh.
3!
For some reason,
Does this magic not work here?
you rub your stones, and in this instance, you feel they failed you, but a warmth comes to them.
Okay.
For some reason, you feel that there is a blessing on them, even still. As Cian stands in the centre of this room, as you walk on, it has been a pleasure, our brief meeting. And I have enjoyed our conversation much. To learn a brief bit of the world beyond the temple is always a pleasure. And I love to see how it changes constantly. And it is not very often we have visitors to the temple. But these meetings always must come to an end. She looks at you directly. And she's about 30 feet away from you.
Yep.
Sjolgun Vadsen, you have made your way here, not alone. So you may take this final step with the strength of your brothers and your sisters. And your new friends, as she gestures to the lizard next to you. I wish you well. But know this, I will take no quarter. I will leave no trick unused, and I intend to bring you down and prove, as I have done many times before, that you are not worthy of our God's blessing and boon.
Oh, sister, did you really?
Thank you all for the time spent to appreciate and acknowledge your skills. It is always important to learn of the people you are to fight, and to learn how well they may defend themselves in battle, and to get an appreciation of the arcane knowledge that they learn. I believe it is important, and battle is a knowledge, it's partly knowledge. Knowing your enemy. There is an art to war after all. So having studied you, I feel confident that I now know what is required. And as she says these last words, you realize that the floor has been given, and you realize that you're standing in a giant sandbox. As the sands beneath her start to rise up 5, 10, 15, 20 feet into the air, she now stands or kind of resides on a pedestal of solid sand. As you look around, you see molds or kind of lumps start to form and rise up as line after line after line of sand golems stand in ranks in front of you, standing between you and her. As she stands on top of her pillar, like I said, not every battle is fought by oneself. I have an army. Show me what you can do. And as she says that, the second rank of stone golem charges through the shield-wielding first and run towards you as a one single line. Countless others stand behind them. And we will pause there for the night.
I'm just going to shout, "Are weed in your bath?"
I read in your sentence.
Thank you, everyone. Make sure you join us next week for the conclusion of how Duncan gets his ass handed to him for weeing in the bath.
We were all in there, man.
Thanks, everyone. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube. See us lose it totally in this episode. And we'll see if we all die next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.